I'm getting warm. Okay, so we're gonna correct Lynnee's upslip now, which was on her right side today. Again, there was a little bit of ladder ball, but I think that was more due to her left side being so high. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set her up so her legs relax to start. Let me just get her into position so that we can scoop underneath. Now, again, this is a funky move, and you want to make sure people give you a real cough. Lynnee's a wonderful actress, so I know her cough will be sufficient. Some people give you a lousy and you have to really poke at them and be like, okay, come on, a real cough, please. If they have to wear a mask, that's cool, whatever, they're gonna have to cough. So we're gonna scoop in under here and we're gonna twist and kind of traction the hip. So it's almost like a snake bite, but usually it feels pretty good. Sometimes it can be tender. I mean, we are by the groin, we are kind of pulling on TFL and the QLs, so there's a lot going on, but usually it's not an unpleasant sensation for the most part. So you're squeezing and twisting, so inner spiral, and then her leg relaxes. So you want to just make sure people's lower leg relaxes, and then I'm tractioning. Now from here, this is a lot of work on your body. So usually you will not be as gabby as I will be in this video. So big breath in, relaxing exhale. So I'm twisted tractioning. And then big breath in. As you exhale, slide your hip up towards your armpit for me. Good. Breathing out. Good. People do want to hold their breath. Big breath in and cough and simultaneously release. Good, good. So, awesome. She did a really nice cough. The other thing is that sometimes people do, like we had a subtle bit of it here, is that the cough and release we want to be at the same time. So hers was a little bit more like cough and then release. And so her next one's gonna be even better of cough and release together. It's a lot for people, especially when it's new. It's like, you want me to do what? My hip slides and it's a lot going on. You just wanna remind them to breathe, especially their exhale as they hip hike. You want to remind them that their hip does not come forward. She did an excellent job, but a lot of people, they don't understand this hip hike move. So you've really got to teach them. It's just cinching, it's sliding your hip up towards your armpit. And again, I know I've told you guys before, sometimes people get really funky in their upper body as they do that. She's really staying in alignment pretty nicely. Again, she's been working it with the Pilates, so she can do all kinds of fun actions that not everybody is good at. Some people go like, oh, you want me to? So they bring their head towards their hip instead. But as long as you're activating and you get the resistance, that's cool. So again, we're gonna set her back up. We're gonna get in here, twisting that inner spiral. So I really do have like a firm grasp here. I'm not squeezing so hard, but it's enough to like, I'm definitely impacting the tissue here. Now I'm gonna traction her. She's gonna keep her leg relaxed. Yeah, that can be the hardest part. Like people are like, you sure you got me? Good. So she just let go a little more, which was really nice. Big deep breath in and slide the hip up towards the armpit as you exhale. Good. Big deep breath, cough and release the hip. Yeah, good. So she really let that go. So the other part is people really want their leg to be active. Like again, takes work, it takes practice. The more you work with people, the more you get used to it, the more they get used to it. But you want to direct people to relax their leg as much as possible. This is hip and low back action. Hip and low back, leg floppy. And you'll have to really support them for them to feel safe enough to actually relax their leg. If they don't feel like you've got it, they will not relax it. So you have to be stable, you have to be strong, and you have to know that you've got their leg for them to truly relax it. But the release is much better if their leg is relaxed, and this is hip and low back action, cinching, releasing. So that the leg is not really that engaged for most of it. It will engage a little bit. It'd be weird if it didn't because it's all connected. But that's just something to keep in mind. So she did a really good job, and I'm not gonna keep doing her upslip because typically 2 times is enough. You can sometimes do 3 if someone's really not getting it, but I typically do 2.